Hey guys, what's going on? Honest Abe checking in with a sports video. What is going on? Hope you guys are having a great Saturday out there wherever you guys are at. But hey, let's get into it. NBA playoffs start tonight, and for me, it's really not all that exciting. I'm expecting Houston and the Warriors, Western Conference Finals, and probably the Celtics and the Cavs. Eastern Conference Finals with the Cavs and the Warriors playing again for like the fourth year in a row for the NBA Finals. Really not all that exciting and much to talk about at this point. I think for a lot of these teams, it's just a matter of getting through the season so you can get to the playoffs and gear up for your run to the NBA Finals. It's been the case for LeBron James and the Cavs. Of course, he's could potentially be moving after this season, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But yeah, the Warriors are still looking pretty good. Houston's looking really good right now too, and so it's going to come down to one of those teams for me, and probably the Celtics and the Cavs battling out in the Eastern Conference. So yeah, for me, it butts up against the NHL playoffs, and so it's hard to catch a lot of the NBA games until it kind of winds down to the finals. But it hasn't been that much of a diversity over the past several seasons in the NBA. With the NHL and even in the NFL a little bit, you still have dominant teams a lot in the NFL, and if you do have that in the NHL as well. But there's definitely a lot more back and forth, I think, especially in NHL. And, who's on top one year, who's off the next year, and stuff like that. And so it definitely um, is a lot more interesting, for me, for the NHL. And of course, I like the NHL a lot more. I don't know, I've talked about this several times, greatest game on earth. And, you get a lot more intensity, a lot more action, a lot better sports. I think the NBA has really fallen off in the past, over the past decade, and I just I would rather watch a hockey game, a football game, than I would rather watch an NBA game. I'd rather watch college basketball than I would rather watch the NBA, with outrageous scores and over the hundreds every single game. There's no defense really. I mean, there's not a whole lot of defense in the NBA. It's just guys running up and down the court trying to score, and it's not all that interesting to me anymore. And I really appreciate what the NHL has to offer, because let's just check out last night's games. The Golden Knights and the Kings. Low scoring game. Goals are being hard to come by. The Kings finally get a goal. And yeah, so and the Golden Knights end up winning 2-1 and take a 2-0 series lead. It's like that. Defense wins championships a lot of times, and you see that in the NFL as well. If you can hold your opponents down, um, and not let them score, then you are going to win if your offense is working. In the NBA, it's let's just try to outscore my opponent, and we're not going to play a whole lot of defense. And I realize that these guys are the best in the world or whatever, at their sport. And, I can appreciate that, but I want to see a little bit more defense in the NBA. And so that's why I kind of gear more towards football, hockey, and some of these other sports that, the main focus is on defense and just not trying to outscore your opponent. But that's all. That is an aspect of all sports. You want to outscore your opponent, obviously, or so you can win. But yeah. So NBA playoffs kickoff tonight. I'll keep you guys posted and stuff like that. So let's get into the NHL here. The Flyers, man, they came roaring back yesterday and thumped the Penguins. The Penguins won 7-0 game one. And Philadelphia Flyers, they came back and beat the Penguins 5-1 last night. And series is tied at 1-1. It was good to see the Flyers not roll over, basically. And and they got one in Pittsburgh, which is definitely a good sign. So hopefully this series will definitely go to at least 6 games, or, potentially even 7. Definitely want to see some competition against the Penguins. I think they probably will get through this first round, but I would love to see them get knocked out. And I just, that's just the way I am. And the Jets beat the Wild 4-1 last night, and Winnipeg has a 2-0 lead in that series, and it wasn't very surprising. I picked them to go through. We're gonna match up with the Predators, hopefully in the next series, and yeah, so that's your update. Yeah, I did mention the Golden Knights. So the Golden Knights beat the Kings 2-1, and that series is led by Las Vegas 2-0. But yeah, we got some games going on today. They kick off here in a couple hours. Devils Lightning, game 2, 3 p.m. Avs Preds, 3 p.m. Definitely looking for the Preds to come out strong again. They started a little slow game 1. Avs scored in like 3:30 in the first period, and but you know what, Philip Forsberg, that between the legs, second goal, incredible sports highlight of the month at this point. I mean, we're halfway through April. That's going to be the sports highlight probably for the NHL playoffs. That was sick nasty, and what an incredible goal. I expect Forsberg to come back strong again, and look for the defense to definitely tighten up for the Preds again, and kind of just shut the Avs down. I picked this series to go to 5 games. Even though the Preds did sweep the Avs 4-0 during the season, I do think the Avs will pick up at least one victory in Colorado, either game 3 or game 4, and send it back to Nashville for game 5. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that game, 3 p.m. today. Maple Leafs Bruins, that's 8 p.m. today. I'm looking for the Bruins to stay strong at home with their good defense, Zdeno Chara, and those guys just being beasts again on the defense, and just showing that they are not going to give up on home, and they'll end up moving on. And then, of course, my Sharks and Ducks, they will puck drops at 10:30 tonight. Again, another late start. I hate I hate that the Sharks games are always so late, but I will be staying up tonight for sure to watch game 2 of the Sharks and the Ducks. Looking forward to that matchup. Hopefully the Sharks can take another one there in Southern California, and to bring it back up to Northern California with a 2-0 lead, and hopefully get the series over with as quickly as possible. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Sharks. Looking for Brett Burns and the defense to tighten up a little bit stronger in game 2, and hopefully that offense will pick back up, and you'll see the Sharks come away on top. But yeah, stay tuned over the next couple days. Of course, a lot of hockey, a lot of NBA going to be going on. Definitely going to be bringing you guys some your sports updates on hockey, especially covering the Predators as we head through this series. Preds going to Stanley Cup Finals. They're going to beat my San Jose Sharks, Western Conference Finals, and it is going to be some great hockey. Anyway, this is Honest Abe. I hope you guys have a great one. We'll catch you guys later.